This is a view of Lake Placid, Florida. This is off Highway 27, and that runs from Claremont, right off I-4, and this comes down to Fort Myers in the central and southwest Florida area. This is a view of the place. This is one of a few lakes in the town. This is another view of Route 27, which comes right through this town over here. Now the next town south of this here, the next town north of this over here is Sebring. And we're going to stop there on the way back and we'll have a picture of Sebring. But these are like sleepy little towns. The lake in Sebring is humongous. But there's a whole bunch of lakes along this route. Another view of the tower. And this is in the heart of the city in Lake Placid. And goes up a nice ways. But this seems to almost be abandoned. This is like a area down here. I guess this once was a very vibrant area, but not much now. And the lake is right behind that red van. That's one of the lakes. This is another view of the town here. Now this here is a tower. I don't know what the significance of the tower is, but it's been here for a while. And it's sort of distressed. I guess it's about 190, 200 feet high. And but the area itself is distressed and everything is closed up over here. But this is once the heyday of, I guess. This is a view leaving Lake Placid heading southbound. It's a small town on the way. And then we've got a long distance with nothing in between, just miles and miles of empty road. 55 mile an hour here, and you'll get out to 65, and you'll actually be running at 75 and 80, 85 miles an hour. There's another lake on the left hand side over here, we just passed. Now this is 27, here's another lake on the left hand side. We'll see it through the trees. Lake Placid's got a bunch of lakes here. But this is Route 27, and by and large it's mainly citrus groves along the highway. Tons and tons of citrus groves. At one time this probably was the Cat's Meow. Now here's trucks. They're gathering oranges. You can see the oranges in the back of the truck. They're loading these things up. Oranges, grapefruit. Big citrus industry around here, and yet there's more lakes. But this road goes for almost 125 miles, I know about for sure. But it does continue. A lot of abandoned places along the side. It once had its heyday, but I guess Route I-4, 95, and 75, they've taken their toll on the property. So now you've got not much here. This is 20 miles down the road from where we started off Lake Placid. We've got some cattle country around here. A lot of cell phone towers dot the countryside. If you want to see rural America, this is the place to drive. We're cruising over here at 80 miles an hour. We don't hardly see any state police or police officers around. You see some little farms dotting the countryside. It's picturesque. And if you want to get on an untraveled road, this is about it. There's a sign for bear crossings. I hope they get dressed when they cross the road. Moorhaven is down about 20 miles from here. This is rural America. You can see the countryside over here. It's real pretty. There's a lot of truck traffic here at night. During the day you don't see too much, but at night it'll be real busy. A lot of people want to avoid the interstate, and this is one way to avoid the interstate. I think Moorhaven is about 20 miles in front of us. We're going to shut this down for another few minutes and get some more in another few minutes. State trooper that passed us. He saw us before doing about 80 some odd miles an hour. And he turned around, but I guess we weren't speeding enough to make him stop us. But we're coming into an area now. There's some cell phone towers up ahead. And we're probably going to be turning off pretty soon. We'll be taking Route 80. We'll be heading over to Tampa on a rural road. Seems like we're coming into an urban area, I think. Now along the side of the road you'll see trucks for sale. All kinds of goodies. Now is this a whistle stop or what? There's two towers up ahead. One is a cell phone tower.
Right turn ahead.
Okay, that's our computer telling us where to turn. Well, we're not turning yet. That's our GPS, and it's going to tell us where we're going to turn. We're taking Route 80 across. It's going to be 3. There's a trainload of potash, whatever that is. There's a fire tower up ahead. And pretty soon that's where we're going to be turning. There's 2 cell phone towers, one on the right hand side with this pretty light. Route 29.
After 800 yards, bear right.
Okay, this is going to be our turn over here. Traffic intersection over here. And it's going to take us turning right. Our GPS is
bear right.
That's our GPS taking us across onto Route 29. And this is a nice rural route. Punta Gorda is 46 miles, Eminoki, La Belle. This is again rural America. Now at night this road is heavily traveled. It's bumper to bumper with tractor trailers. During the day, not too much truck traffic is available here. This is a nice country road. We're going to shut this down for a while. Well, we're still on 29. We're heading west. And we're coming to a town called La Belle. And we're about 2.3 miles out of it on the GPS. Now there's a campground over here. You can see it on the right hand side. I guess there's a few hundred people that enjoy coming here and just staying out in the boonies. Well, we're 2 miles out of town now. coming into town, you'll start to see more and more services and things along the side of the highway. Truck traffic is fairly light today. At night it's real busy. A lot of people use this road to go right across. At one time, apparently, before the interstates, like 75 and I-4, these are the main roads. And now we're coming to the town. There's a marker of a big town. We have a cell phone tower up there. We also see a traffic light. It says County Road 78 under construction. Now, most of these rural areas, we do have some cell phone coverage. Sometimes it gets sporadic. But it depends on who your carrier is. We know we're in an urban area now because we have a traffic light. That bus you've seen making a turn is usually agricultural workers. They take these old school buses and convert them for a lot of the Spanish and migrant workers that come around here, and they don't have cars, and they transport them to go shopping and things like that. There's a canal over here. It's one of these irrigation canals. They cover the state in this area. And some of them, the waterways are navigable. Apparently this one here has a drawbridge. Oh yeah, there's yachts on the river. Town here is called La Belle. It's a big city over here. You can see all the antique stores and different shops. We have a Firehouse Community Theater on the left-hand side.
After 400 yards, turn right.
And that's our navigation system. It's going to take us to Route 80. Lewiston is to the left and Alva is to the right.
Turn right.
Okay, and it's going to be 29 south and 80 east and west. So we're making a turn right here in the town square. And there's a town Immokalee. I guess it's an Indian town. Sounds like an Indian name. And we'll be heading, I guess, northwest on this road. This will take us into Lehigh Acres. Small town America. Wants to see this town because there's not going to be much more of it left in a minute or two. Gas price here is about 10 or 11 cents more than it is in the main areas where you have discount prices. Almost rural, it's not quite rural. A few ponds along the road, 50-mile-an-hour road, so there are a lot of people living here. And we're going to shut this down to the next area. This is another view of Lake Placid. This is along the side of the highway. This is one of a few lakes in the town. I don't know which is actually Lake Placid, but probably all are. But this is like a sleepy little town that's seen better days. And this is Route 27 heading back north towards the Orlando Sebring area. Another view of Lake Placid. This time we're going north. There's a tower. They got a bunch of lakes around here and a few convenience stores and gas stations. About 10 cents a gallon cheaper up here, I mean more expensive up here than they were further south. Now we're leaving town, coming into the rural areas. Sebring, the next town up the road, about 15 miles. We're now coming into Sebring, Florida. It's like a whistle stop in the middle of the state, but it's not quite a whistle stop. It's a pretty big town. Actually, you can call it a city. It almost lies exactly in the middle of the state of Florida. We're still not into town itself, but we're getting pretty close. Big city over here, a whole bunch of stuff. All kinds of services, hospitals, resorts, hotels, campgrounds. And it's got a pretty large lake here too. It's higher, well, gasoline prices are a little higher in the outskirts here. Further south, that'd be about $1.64. Up here it's $1.75. And we're doing this on the back. We're doing this northbound. We're heading back to Orlando. We've taken off from Orlando and come down 27. But we're videoing on the way back because we get to see a little bit more on this side here than we saw on the other side. A whole bunch of things to see and do here. All kinds of industry and all kinds of activity. It's probably going to take us about 5 minutes or so to get through this whole town, but let's see if we can keep it moving. Over here a little bit and get a better stop. Now these are citrus groves usually, and you've got pallets. These are called field pallets on this truck here, And each of these pallets has got about 4,000 or 5,000 pounds of oranges or grapefruit, whatever the commodity is that they've loaded here. And there's about 5 big processing plants. I won't mention the names, but they're mostly larger companies that do the processing of these oranges and grapefruit into juice and into concentrate. And these rural areas, the major industry out here is agriculture. There's a lot of cattle country out here also. There's very large cattle industries. We'll see some of them from the roadway, most of them are pretty far back off the main road. And many of these things are thousands of acres in size. We'll get a chance to preview this in a minute as soon as this light changes. Now they consider this small town America, but this is not such a small town. This is Sebring, Florida. This used to be a main road heading north and south through the center of the state. But I-4 and the Florida Turnpike and I-95 and 75 have replaced most of that traffic. So what this is here mainly is now is local traffic. Price in this town here is significantly more expensive, I guess, because it's so far inland. About 9 or 10 cents a gallon more expensive than the outlying areas. There's a big lake off to the side here. You'll see some of it from this hotel here. Get some of a view of it. And as we're passing by, we'll get another perspective view of the thing here. So you'll be able to see the lake. Looks like it's about 2 or 3 miles across. And as we take off, you'll be able to see it on the front. As we're riding alongside of it, we'll have the camera tilted to the side so you can get a good view of the lake. But it's quite extensive, and it's mainly behind this hotel. I see some of it over here now. It's around the lodge. We'll just turn the camera a little bit sideways to get a better view of this lake. Pretty good sized lake. A lot of recreational stuff that can be done here. And this is actually one of a few lakes that dot the countryside up here. That flask you see in the sky, that they pump it up full of water, and that's how they get the water pressure maintained over here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have any elevation, and you'd have minimal water pressure. That back pressures the water system. So we have a bigger bunch of the lake right in front of us. Too close to this car, I don't want to scare you. My friend Joanne was driving with us. She'll get right up on top of it. She likes to get close to the cars. I think she likes to kiss the bumpers on them, but Don't get mad at me, Joanne. I'm just saying hello to you. This is an easy way to say hello. I'll put you on national TV and video. She's a real nice lady. Living down in Lehigh Acres, Florida. There's somebody from Ontario, Canada. We have a big truck right alongside of us that says Gulf Harvesting, Belda, Florida. And we'll sort of get a load of his load when he pulls away. Look at these traffic lights up ahead. There's a little purple light up there. That purple light is a sensor, and it's an emergency vehicle that will turn the lights green for that vehicle. And here's our citrus load. Heck of a load of grapefruit on there. But we'll have to leave him behind because he's going too slow for us.
Right.
The lake is still with us here. Get another view of it. I guess you'd call this a large lake. We're just about past the lake, so we're going to go back onto the main road. Look up in front of us because we're going to get out of this town pretty soon. If we make this light, we should make the next one also.
After 800 yards, keep right, then stay in the right lane.
That's our GPS telling us what to do. I guess it's always good to have a backseat driver telling you how you're going and where you're going. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think this is about the last light we're going to have in this town. Then again, I've been known to be wrong also. The lady I got in the left lane.
After 400 yards, keep right, then stay in the right lane. Keep right, then stay in the right lane.
I guess I might as well make her happy. I'll get in the right lane.
After 200 yards, keep right, then keep right. Keep right. After 600 yards, keep right. A truckload of oranges come up alongside of us again. I think those will feed a few hundred people, maybe a few thousand people. This is all traffic coming out of a Lowe's home center. A little bit of traffic here.
After this city, we've got about 30 or 40 miles of open road we'll be hitting. There'll be some small towns in between, but none of them really noteworthy. We're going to shut the camera off in about another 2 or 3 miles.
Keep right.